Hey, good evening, good afternoon, or early morning to everybody. Welcome. Today is Wednesday. It is right now 11:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this later, make sure you throw a hashtag replay. And if you're going to be watching now, make sure you throw a hashtag live. Also, let me know if you're hearing me correctly and loud and clear. Sometimes the mic doesn't work, so I just want to make sure you guys are hearing us loud and clear. Okay, let's get started with today's live training. Before we get started, we reward people who post their biggest takeaway in our private Facebook group. If you'd like to join that group, you can click the link on our bio and join the group so you can get rewarded for listening to these trainings and posting your biggest takeaway inside our private community. The link is in our bio on Instagram. All you have to do is click and it'll take you there. In addition, you'll also get a free ebook when entering into the private Facebook community. Okay, and if there's anyone who you feel right now that would get great value from today's live training, please go ahead and tag them into the training now. So just go ahead and tag them. Okay, and we're going to discuss today mistakes you're making for not being able to lose weight. So if you're the type of person who feels uncomfortable in their clothes, if you feel bloated all the time, if you're trying out clothes and it's not fitting properly, and what else? You feel loose behind the arms, your arms are sagging, you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing yourself bloated, or your stomach is sticking out, especially in the lower abdomen area. If you have low energy, if you don't have any motivation, this video is definitely for you. Again, if you're watching now, make sure you throw a hashtag live. And if you're watching later, make sure you throw a hashtag replay. We're going to give you guys some tips on how to start feeling better in your clothes. If you're a guy who wants to feel more comfortable in a fitted shirt, or you're a lady who wants to feel more comfortable in a bikini or a swimsuit for this summer, make sure you pay attention to this live training. Okay. In addition to that, we will also be hosting a free 14-day challenge to help you lose 2 to 10 pounds in 14 days. Again, it's completely free. It shows you that you're able to do it. And by doing that, you can start feeling better in your clothes, feeling more confident, being able to take pictures with your loved ones and not feeling self-conscious, having more energy, having more motivation, right? And looking in the mirror and actually being comfortable with what you see. Okay, having to not try on 1,000 different pieces of clothing in order to get the right one. Okay, so it takes a lot of time out of our day when we self-obsess about looking better and feeling better, and when we know there's certain things we're not doing properly in order to achieve our health and fitness goals. So pay attention. This video is definitely for you, especially if you want to also tone up around the arms, you want a flatter stomach, or maybe you're a guy who wants a six-pack. Okay, this video is definitely for you, so make sure you pay attention. Now, a common mistake a lot of busy parents make, not even just busy parents, people in general who want to lose weight, is they figure the less they eat, the better it is. Okay. And if you could identify with that, please let me know in the chat box because you're not alone. Okay. So you can say me in the chat box if you're a person that is eating less, right? And hoping to lose weight. And it may work for a little while, but what do you think ends up happening after a little while? How much less can you eat? Okay. So what we tell people to do is to eat more. Believe it or not, eating more will help you burn more calories. Okay, especially at rest, along with weight training, which we'll get into, right? But definitely increasing your calories and not skipping meals. A lot of people just eat once a day or twice a day, or they eat late at night or once in the morning, and they feel like if they do that, they will get better results. Okay, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Okay, eating less makes you eat. I always tell people, if you're eating X amount of calories, where do you go from there once you plateau? Because the body is very creative and smart and knows that what you're doing. After a while, it catches on. So if you're eating very little, you can't reduce calories from very little. How much less are you going to eat? Eventually, you're not going to be eating anything and you're not going to be losing weight. And if you could identify with that, drop me in the chat box now. That happens to a lot of people where they cut calories, eat like a bird, right? They are also too lazy to exercise because they're unmotivated or they don't know what exercises to do and they're spinning their wheels and they try eating very little or fasting and they lose a couple of pounds and then all of a sudden the weight loss plateaus. Okay? So if that's you, drop me in the chat box now. Again, if you're watching now, throw a hashtag live. And if you're watching later, throw a hashtag replay. In addition, by joining the free 14-day challenge, you will have access to a meal plan specifically designed in order to feel more comfortable and confident in your clothes, in reducing your stomach size, toning your arms, retaining muscle in all the right areas, and feeling comfortable wearing a fitted shirt or a bikini at the beach or pool this summer. Okay, so make sure you drop 14 below to join our free challenge. Spots are limited, and you'll get the meal plan with that in order to be able to help you not skip meals, because skipping meals is a big thing, and that's why people don't lose weight, and that is a big mistake they make. The more you eat, the better it is. Okay. Next is people go out and they try to eat on the whim. They try to eat on the whim. What does that mean? Is they're not prepared, right? They say to themselves, I'm just going to eat once a day when I get home, or I'm going to buy something for lunch or dinner from this place. Let's say Chipotle, Burger King, wherever it is you eat. Okay, your favorite restaurant, let's just say. And you try to do that once a day, and you may lose a couple of pounds in the beginning, but then again, what do you think happens? You stop losing weight. A lot of these tactics you guys are using is unfortunately not sustainable. If it was sustainable, you wouldn't be here listening to this video right now. Okay? So in order to have sustainable weight loss, in order to be able to tone up, feel confident in your clothes, feel confident taking pictures with your loved ones so you don't miss out on precious memories and not be self-conscious, we need to be able to start preparing our meals, planning ahead. That is a big thing we come across, that people don't plan ahead. And if that's you, drop me in the chat box now if you have a hard time planning ahead. And that is another thing the 14-day challenge will help you do, is to be able to plan your meals ahead of time so you're never hungry. You always know how much and what to eat at the proper times. So not only you lose weight in all the right places and tighten up, especially around the lower abdomen, okay, but also you'll have more energy, you'll have more endurance, you'll have more strength, and you'll feel more motivated being able to go to the gym and actually do exercises, which will aid in the weight loss process. So again, if you want access to that free 14-day challenge, I highly suggest, spots are limited, to drop 14 below now. Next, okay, what is another reason you guys think that you're having a hard time? What is a mistake you're making currently that you're having a hard time with losing weight in all the right places? Okay. What do you guys think that is for the people listening live? Anyone? We'll give a couple of seconds. Don't be shy. We'd like to hear from you too. What are some reasons you guys think people have a hard time losing weight? What is a mistake people make when it comes to losing weight? Besides not meal prepping, besides eating less, trying to eat less, what is a big mistake people make? Okay, we don't see any takers, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer. A big mistake people make is emotional eating. Okay, they have a long day of work, and I say me in the chat box if that's you. A long day with work. They are stressed out, right? So they're not eating enough to begin with, which we spoke about. And usually at nighttime, not usually, always, we're more tired. Okay, so when we're more tired, the body is more relaxed. When the body's more relaxed, we have our defense is not up as much, and we're not as vigilant as being able to stay on course and stay on track with our goals. So we're more likely, like when we drink, to give in to our desires, which is eating junk food, sweet and salty foods like potato chips, ice cream, okay, cookies, to make yourself feel better, candy, right? You'll sit on the couch and you'll eat that to make yourself feel better. And you're also hungry because you haven't eaten enough. And what happens is at the end of the day, it all hits you like in one shot. And the body relaxes. It's time to go to sleep. The hunger really kicks in. And you start looking in the pantry at all your kids' junk food that you bought for them. And you decide to have one or two. That's all you tell yourself you're going to have. But you eventually end up eating either half of it, a quarter of it, or the whole thing. Okay? So if that's you, there's no reason to be ashamed of it. I've done it too. Okay? And we help you with that with the 14-day challenge. And the way we help you with that is by giving you enough food to eat, and we give you some desserts at night so you don't have to feel like you can resort to eating food that's going to self-sabotage you, feeling more confident in your clothes and looking in the mirror and being happy with your reduced stomach size, having a flatter belly, okay, having more tone in your arms, comfortable wearing a fitted shirt. Okay, these are the things that you guys want but end up falling short because you end up emotional eating. Okay, so if you want, again, access to that free 14-day challenge, I highly suggest that you drop the word 14 in the chat box now. Again, spots are limited. Okay? There are some other mistakes that you guys are making. We'll go through one more, maybe one or two more that I feel is relevant when it comes to tightening up and losing weight. Okay? And that is unrealistic expectations. You know, you didn't put the weight on, the 10, 20, 30, 40, or even 50 pounds in one night or 2 weeks or a month. It took some time. Either you had a baby and you gained some weight, or something happened in your life where you stopped working out. You stopped being consistent. Maybe COVID happened. You were once losing weight, but now you're not losing weight. It's harder for you to get back to the gym. So you want to start, you took some time off, or you haven't worked out at all, and you gained a lot of weight back or gained weight in all the wrong places. Again, like the back of your arms, your stomach, your chest, sagging. You're not happy with the way it looks in the mirror. You're trying all you can do to tightening it up, and it's not working. You try on that piece of clothes you wear a piece of a clothes on you, and all of a sudden you see it doesn't fit right. Your stomach is sticking out of the clothes. So if that's you, pay attention, because what's happening is that didn't happen overnight. That's some things you did along the way in order for that to happen, like eating less or trying to fast, binge eating, emotional eating, not being consistent enough with your exercise routine, making commitments to yourself and not keeping it, and that hurts your self-esteem, so you believe less in yourself that you're going to actually commit to a plan. If that's you, drop me in the chat box right now, okay? Because there's a solution to that problem. There's a solution to that problem, and that solution is our free 14-day challenge, which will give you access to an exercise plan, a meal plan that's sustainable with desserts, so you don't feel deprived, you don't feel restricted, you can sustain it and make a lifestyle change. But on top of all that, what you get in the free 14-day challenge is something that's been missing your whole life, is accountability and support. You see, doing this by yourself gets very challenging. Yeah, you have the best intentions when you start and you feel motivated, but what happens is after a couple of weeks or after a month or two, you give up. And if that's you, drop me in the chat box now again. Because what happens is you're not getting the support and no one is holding you accountable to your goals besides yourself. And guess what happens when some stress comes up? Your job gets a little too difficult. Your kids are being annoying. Okay? You start giving in to or something comes up, a holiday, a vacation, and you get inconsistent with your plan. You want to go back to the gym, you want to start eating healthier, but it doesn't happen only till you get in some pain again from wearing a piece of clothes and it's not fitting right. Maybe you even go to the doctor and they tell you you have high blood pressure or you're pre-diabetic or your cholesterol's up. So you get another warning sign. You feel uncomfortable. You get scared. And then what happens is you decide that you're going to commit to a plan. But when the pain subsides, you go right back to where you were. And it's a repeating cycle of gaining weight, losing weight. If that's you right now, drop me in the chat box, because we have a lot of experience working with people like that. I too suffered from that once too. And there is a solution. And again, the free 14-day challenge will help you with overcoming some of those obstacles by giving you the accountability and support that you need, by holding your hands every single step of the way. Danielle works with the women, I work with the men, and you get 14 days to be able to have accountability and support, an exercise plan, a nutrition plan, in order to be able to actually see that you could do it with our guidance. And it's completely free. Again, spots are limited with the free 14-day challenge. So in order to get access to it now, you need to drop the word 14 before we close it up. Okay? Again, I hope that information was helpful to you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And until next time, we will talk to you later. And if you're watching this later, again, make sure to throw a hashtag replay. And if you're watching it now, make sure to throw a hashtag live. And if you go ahead and post your biggest takeaway inside our private Facebook community, we will grant you a prize for the people who do that in our private Facebook community. If you don't have access to the private Facebook community and you're watching on Instagram, just click the link on our bio and join our community now. And again, if you want access to the free 14-day challenge, drop the word 14 below so you can get access to it. Sound good, everybody? Okay, till next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye.